Well, tonight, catastrophic impact is being felt across the northwest Bahamas. The storm Dorian has now made landfall on Grand Bahama Island, and it continues to track due west right now. It's about 50 miles from Freeport here. You can see the eye is right on the east side of the island here. Central Bahamas getting a little bit of rain, but not as much impact. This is full force on the northwest Bahamas, the worst storm the Bahamas have ever seen on record. And in fact, this is the strongest hurricane east of Florida and north of the Caribbean on record in the Atlantic Basin. So quite a historic event that's taking place, continuing to march to the west. And notice it's kind of in line with West Palm Beach here. We still expect the storm will slow down and eventually curve to the right. Keep your fingers crossed on that one. Maximum sustained winds as of the late night advisory, 180 miles an hour, moving to the west at 6. And here's the forecast track. It kind of wobbles to the west and hopefully takes a little hook, but it's coming dangerously close to the Florida coast here with impacts likely felt. Hurricane conditions possible here on the east central coast of Florida beginning tomorrow night and continuing into Tuesday, and then just kind of riding up the coast. The hurricane watch is now in effect just north of Jacksonville. Notice the forecast takes it as a major hurricane off the Georgia and South Carolina coast by Wednesday evening. So this is several days as a very powerful storm, and eventually it curves to the right, but this could go over the Outer Banks Thursday into early Friday before eventually getting out over the open waters of the Atlantic. So there's going to be some tremendous storm surge all the way up the coast from Florida to Virginia Beach during the course of the next several days. Closer to home, things are quiet right now, 73 degrees. Skies are partly cloudy, and overnight we'll drop back down into the mid and upper 60s for the most part. Labor Day is going to be another pretty decent day. There'll be some rain chances to the north and west in the afternoon, a few scattered storms and a few down around the beach. But in the heart of central Virginia, it looks pretty good. Some hot weather for the next couple of days. Then a cold front comes through. That will have an impact on Dorian as well, and will drop our temperatures later in the week into next weekend. So quiet overnight. Tomorrow, a few isolated storms to the northwest. A few down near the beach as well, but quiet in central Virginia. Same story on Tuesday into Wednesday. Then the front begins to arrive. The front likely slides just south of us on Thursday as Dorian makes its closest approach to us. Watch what happens on our extended European model here. Throws the moisture through the Outer Banks, and even some of that gets caught up in central and eastern Virginia. So our impacts would likely be felt late Thursday into early Friday with rain and potentially a little bit of wind, especially some gusty winds along the coast. Heavy rain through the Outer Banks with a tremendous storm surge possible through Friday morning, and then the storm exits Friday afternoon into Saturday. In terms of potential rain, look at all the rain along the east coast of Florida, all the way up through the Carolinas, and again, extreme southeastern Virginia in for some pretty good downpours if this forecast track verifies. But we'll keep you posted over the next couple of days. Partly cloudy, warm overnight, mid and upper 60s. Tomorrow, a mix of sun and clouds. Nothing more than an isolated shower or storm to the northwest and down near the beach late tomorrow. High near 90 tomorrow, and we're still hot through the midweek period with rain chances coming into play later Thursday and Thursday night into very early Friday. But then much drier weather comes in for next weekend, and it looks really nice.